So how about it? Aren't you getting tired of the grind? Isn't this what you've been waiting for this whole time? A game over. One last game
The greatest symbiotic parasite the world's ever known isn't microbial. It's linguistic. Words are what keeps civilization, our world, alive. Free the world, not by taking men's lives, but by taking their tongues.
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
Commencing test. Mission. Support a covert agent. Who is the agent? Unknown. Define current mission progress. With your help, the agent has successfully made contact with the target. All that's left is to wait for recovery. Now, deduce the best course of action. Affirmative. Enter simulation.
Everything has its beginning, but it doesn't start at one. It starts long before that, in chaos. The world is born from zero.
loss in vision will finally become a reality.
Zero is...
What happens to you here is forever.
So the Major believes zero suspicion equals total security. Very bold.
It's just the kind of ruse I'd expect from him. As no one's suspicions are aroused, you can hide there forever. On the other hand, if someone figures it out, there are dozens of ways in. And he's so paranoid about information slipping out, no one involved has the full picture. That ignorance is a weakness, the downfall of a need-to-know system. The pitfalls are clear. Circumventing them will be simplicity itself.
Tell me where he is. Where is Cypher? Where is Zero? We are here.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom.
Remember the Alamo.
Take your protein pill and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom.
This is Squeak Leg on station to provide cover. Get us a line of fire. Roger that.
Check ignition.
We're not the only demons in this world. Like you, vengeance is all in your hands. It's man's thirst for revenge that drives the tides. Just as you live, he lives because of you. Show him!
Major.
Someday the world will no longer need us. No need for the gun or the hand to pull the trigger. I have to drive out this demon inside me. Build a better future. That's what we will leave as our legacy.
We passed upon the stair. We spoke of what was ahead. Although I was not there, he said I was his friend, which came as some surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone a long, long time ago. Oh no, not me. I never.
Coming here made me realize something. Half of what I'd been told was a complete and utter lie. The other half was a conveniently constructed lie.
Where's the truth then?
It's hidden in the lies.
Are you lying too?
Who knows? I've been trained to make even the most severe falsehood sound like the honest truth. Weren't you?
No. I believe because I have to, even if it is a lie. That's part of my mission.
I'll have to remember that.
Years and years I roamed. I gazed and stared at all the millions there. We must have died alone a long, long time ago. Who knows? Not me. I never lost control. You're face to face with the man who sold the world. Who knows? Not me. I never lost control. You're face to face with the man who sold the world.
You see, I am the last remaining child of the philosophers. But after he revealed the truth, my father was killed by that same shapeless, formless organization. And my father isn't the only thing the philosophers have taken from me. The sorrow was the father, I gave birth on the field of battle. A beautiful baby boy. But my child was snatched away from me by the philosophers. Look at this scar. This is proof that I was once a mother. I gave up my body and my child for my country. There is nothing left inside me now. Nothing at all. Commence the operation.
She was your commander, fought by your side, and that you killed her under orders from the CIA, thus surpassing her to become the hero known as Big Boss.
In the end, she put down her gun. And when she did, she rejected her entire life up to that point, including me.
Operation Snake Eater. Its objective, the assassination of the legendary soldier known as the Boss. When you returned home successful, they awarded you the title Big Boss.
You are above even the Boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss. You are a true patriot.
From America, there was David O, or as he was to you, Major Zero. Donald Anderson, a.k.a. Sigan. Dr. Clark, who went by paramedic during the operation. And the fourth, you. From China, there was Eva. And me, Ocelot, from the Soviet Union. We joined forces by our will alone. Our objective was to fulfill the boss's dying wish, to make the world one.
Zero used the Philosopher's Legacy, the secret war fund you obtained during Operation Snake Eater. This organization would go on to become Cypher.
I need to tell you something. It's best to see with your own eyes. Who is man?
出てますね。
Look up.
声がうまく出せませんか？
Look up.
What is your name?
Just no.
When were you born?
Look down.
Can you recall?
Look up.
Please listen.
手を向いてください。
Please follow my instructions.
どうか落ち着いて。あなたはずっと昏睡状態だった。ええ、分かった。ええ、分かってます。どれくらいの長さか。あなたが眠っていたのは。
Try a subroutine called Prologue.
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
Commencing test. Mission. Support a covert agent. Who is the agent? Unknown. Define current mission progress. With your help, the agent has successfully made contact with the target. All that's left is to wait for recovery. Now, deduce the best course of action. Affirmative. Enter simulation. Conclusion complete.
Always be listening for that one snap of a twig among the chirping of the birds and the babbling of the brooks.
Waiting. Waiting. Complete. Complete. Cross-check with knowledge base. Cross-check complete. Revising conclusion as follows.
You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. It can't be.
Simulation complete.
Enjoy yourselves. This is why you accepted the fiction and did everything you were told to. You can't stop it. You can't run away from it. It's time for you to see. Truth is, you have been given freedom.
57, 29, 35. Time 2048 Zulu. Define enemy. One must die, and one must live. Acknowledged. Mission. Discover truth. Understood.
father used to say that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I laid the first stone right there. I'd committed myself. I'd pay any price, go to any lengths, because my cause was righteous. My intentions were good. In the beginning, that seemed like enough.
It's best to see with your own eyes.
Zero's original intent was to carry on the boss's will and establish a unified world state, an inside world. But his successors failed to carry on his will. Eventually, JD became the very age itself, propagating its will as it pleased, and this age chose to act through economics instead of nation-states. Powered by the industrial and digital revolutions that came before it, this age gave birth to a twisted economic revolution, a battlefield revolution. It created a new world without substance. In this new world, there were no ideologies, no principles, no ideals, not even the thing she treasured most, loyalty. There was only the war economy. It was a colossal error in judgment, one Zero couldn't possibly have foreseen.
Funny. So funny. It's all so funny. No. Let me out of this cage. I don't need these wings. I don't need this range.
Not a mission.
I know. It's not justice. It's a hired hit.
If you know, then... Look, our ways of thinking might be different. To me, you're still a legend, a hero. I know all about the things you did when you were young. It was what kept me going. Your cause is our cause now. You don't have to do this.
I'm no hero. Never was. I'm just an old killer, hired to do some wet work.
It's best to see with your own eyes.
Plonge en une mort superficielle. Une vie superficielle et la mort. Qu'est-ce que la vie sans la mort? Qu'est-ce que la mort? Une vie ennuyeuse. La vie est surfaite. Julien.
On the surface of the Metal Gear story, there are many imperfections that cover the deeper tissue of what was basically an evolving message. Story evolved and changed with every new sequel, adding more and more dimensions and details to the very basic premise. MGS story evolved with the times, technology, the player, and with the author, and above all else, that is what makes the MGS so unique in video game medium. Every sequel brought new dimension to the story that was only presented through the eyes of the player. Player was exposed to the story on encounter, need-to-know basis, without any antagonist, only perspectives or the context. Even though MGS was always third-person point-of-view game, story was told, presented in pure first-person point-of-view fashion. All and only things we know about MGS are those that main characters Snake and Raiden were allowed to know at some point in the games. Up until the Phantom Pain, where Kojima broke that tradition and allowed the player to control the timing and amount of exposition to the backstory and allowed some degree of freedom of interpretation. And for the first time, the player was allowed active choice in the story. This was perceived as, and it effectively was, a non-linear deconstruction of MGS story structure. Most brilliant moments of the Phantom Pain were the Awakening, The Man Who Sold the World, and the Quiet Exit sequences. Sequences that changed nothing in the timeline, that started with the death of the boss in MGS 3, and ended with the death of Big Boss in MGS 4. Those two sequences were basically an infinite loop in what so far seemed to be a linear story. It opened the entire series to interpretation, producing the effect of questioning the fiction within the fiction. Any story can be a lie. Most of them are, at their best, semi-accurate individual interpretations, but Kojima in MGS has gone even a step further. Is MGS simulation made by the Patriots a game within a game? Or are the main protagonists of MGS players themselves played by the author? All those questions seem valid. All those questions just show on how many levels MGS story operates. Intentional or not, it is the quality of the story nonetheless. But the question that was posed first after MGS was revealed, who is the guy in bandages, seems to be the question in the right direction after all. The question that got me thinking to ask, where is Zero? What if Ishmael is not Big Boss? What if Ahab is real Big Boss that thinks that he is the guy pretending to be Big Boss? What if the guy in bandages is Zero? Remember how Snake was basically completely clueless about real meaning of events up until the very end of every MGS story? Well, Snake knew only what he was allowed to say.
No response. Hit him again. Clear!
Never known choice. Where I was born, the language I speak, I've never had the freedom to choose for myself. But you, right now, are free. Do as you will.
Once the Cold War is over, our enemies won't be so clearly defined. Using humans alone won't be enough. An electronic network will span the globe, and our enemies will blend right into it.
You may be right, but will people really settle for an enemy they can't see? Men want to feel righteous, need to see the evil in the enemy they fear. Without it, they'll turn their aggressions inward. Find an enemy inside. You know this is true.
I see what you're saying. A man robbed of his enemy develops self-destructive tendencies. And I know all the symptoms. Ethnic conflict, religious strife, terrorism. And with asymmetrical conflict, deterrence is a joke. That's why we must depend on information control. People need an appropriate context for their lives. A context that's stimulating without being destructive. That balance is the basis of equilibrium.
You mean to say people blindly accept your context without developing any allergies?
If we're to unite the world, literacy must be suppressed. To suppress the information immune system, to borrow your metaphor.
Immunity to information. But
it's done, Exo. This world will become one. I have found the way. The world that the boss envisioned will finally become a reality. Race, tribal affiliations, national borders, even our faces will be irrelevant. The nature of communication itself will change, and it will make mankind whole again.
some things can't be undone. My face was taken from me. There's no taking that back.
A face means nothing when one's soul is able to communicate directly with another.
I have no intention of hiding behind your technological veil, Major. I wear my broken visage, this skull in the open, so that I may never forget what I've lost.
You. What are you?
The chain of retaliation is what will truly bind this world together as one.
To tell you the truth, these bandages were more for your protection, to hide you from those who want you dead. As of today, your name is Ahab.
You see, Major, some things can't be undone.
How did you find me? The girl. You made her talk.
I'm sorry I couldn't visit or thank you in person, but it has been lovely chatting. And now that I know you're no longer interested in the garden, it's time for you to step aside. You're a busy man, lots to do, so I've left you a little time.
Go to hell! How dare you? You planned this all along. Had your own agenda. All these years. Yeah.
Now you see, the world can never truly become one.
But the boss...
You've been wrong.
This. Zero and I. Liquid and solidus. We all fought a long, bloody war for our liberty. We fought
to free ourselves from nations and systems and norms and ages. But no matter how hard we tried, the only liberty we found was on the inside, trapped within those limits. In Orwell's own mind there was an inextricable connection between language and truth. A conviction that by using plain and unambiguous words one could forbid oneself the comfort of certain falsehoods and delusions. His main enemy in discourse was euphemism, just as his main enemy in practice was the abuse of power, and, more important, the slavish willingness of people to submit to it.
That's him. That's Code Talker.
Look familiar? It's infecting my men. How do we
Silence.
kill it?
Or death.
What are you...
Euphemisms. Phrases and words that cover up the ugly, unpleasant, crude or offensive truth. It is language which avoids, shifts or denies responsibility. It conceals or prevents thought. By distortion, deformation, replacement, translation and omission, the truth or true meaning is transformed to dire truth, or technically a convenient or pleasant lie. English language is very rich in euphemisms, and truth economy is not one of them. Anymore, euphemisms are also known as doublespeak. English language has 112 or more words for some kind of self-deception. One of those words is phantom.
Doublespeak is a form of censorship, designed to blur and prevent unpleasant thoughts about reality. Western entertainment is infamous for its hilarious use of censorship and euphemisms, leaping over the word F, or blurring the middle finger, calling bombing of civilians collateral damage. Ever heard politicians and journalists speak? Now imagine whole world speaking like that. In politically correct terms, pleasant empty phrases, shockingly distorted definitions of simple truths. That is the real thought crime. Submitting to such way of not thinking. That is why quiet character is such an extraordinary achievement. A proverbial kick in the balls to euphemism-infested Western entertainment. Only character among liars, traitors, and lunatics in MGSV with character growth, loyalty, and moral verticality. Character which is ironically criticized for her appearance. Even more sublime is the fact that she is only really part of the game by players' own choice. So, people complaining about the quiet character must have been complaining about the possibility that such character can exist, or that someone may choose that such character can be part of the story. Criticism certainly was about something deeper than visual appearance combined with offers comments. Possibility to choose how to play the game, interestingly enough, somehow opened the question of right of public to choose how the game or character should be made. Even from the people that never wanted to play the game anyway. Can anyone but the author have such rights? And what is even more important, would we like art to be made with trending public opinion in mind?
There is no problem in having an opinion. Unless you have IT out of fear. Out of spite. There is no problem in having an opinion. But if you expect IT to replace the truth will become more visible.
Everything has its beginning, but it doesn't start at one. It starts long before that, in chaos. The world is born from zero. Zero becomes one.
Her face showed only deep remorse.
Wake from your sleep. We dry your tears. Today we escape. We escape. Pack and get dressed before your father hears us. Before all hell breaks loose. A song to keep us alive. Such a chill, such a chill.
I was born in a small village. I was still a child when we were raided by soldiers, foreign soldiers. Torn from my elders, I was made to speak their language. With each new post, my masters changed, along with the words they made me speak.
Where's the other?
We can't manipulate the economy. We realized too late that we have created a beast. We have power turned 0 into 100. His sin was ours. For that reason, I'm taking it upon myself to send 0 back to nothing.
With each change, I changed too. My thoughts, personality, how I saw right and wrong. Words can kill. With this, I'll rid the world of infestation. Sans lingua franca, the world will be torn asunder, and then it shall be free.
For the great enemy of the truth is very often not the lie, deliberate, contrived, and dishonest, but the myth, persistent, persuasive, and unrealistic. Too often we hold fast to the cliches of our forebears. We subject all facts to a prefabricated set of interpretations. We enjoy the comfort of opinion without the discomfort of thought.
Which one is he?
On the right.
And the left?
We did just as you instructed.
Has either of them woken?
Neither of them, no.
I need to tell you something. You've been in a coma for quite some time. On your feet, soldier. The whole place is coming down.
where I was born, the language I speak. I've never had the freedom to choose for myself. But you, right now, are free. So, do you see me now? Tell me, what do you see? You have eyes. What do your eyes see? Yes, that's right. I know how you feel. I've felt that. So show me that I'm not the only one, that you too can return to this world for revenge.
Snake, how do you like me? Do you like me? Hold me, Snake. I want you.
I've seen through evil. You, Snake, you're just like the boss. No, you're worse. Compared to you. I'm not so bad. That's when my future disappeared. I lost my past as well. When I came to, the village was engulfed in flames.
Another agent among them.
He was always the best man we had.
But if I have to choose between death and defying Cypher, I will gladly choose death.
There were 8 candidates before you, meaning you will be the 9th Paz Ortega Andrade.
All is proceeding according to Cypher's will.
I've prepared a ruse of sorts. One I imagine you'll quite like. You could say I've made another snake.
When you're up against he who controls information.
Not one of the 3 parties realize they're all just pawns in Cypher's hands. Cypher watches all. He is Big Boss.
The code phrase will be V has come to. I'll then mobilize all the necessary parties.
fantasy can make for a powerful ally. But remember this reality, Kazuhira Miller.
You made a deal with Cypher.
Guilty! All count.
You made a deal with Cypher.
But that's not what you really want to know. What you want to know is, do I hate Big Boss?
Zero. It all started from zero. In chaos.
That's something they could never understand. You've done your part. You told us plenty. You've known the pain of ages. And even now you think, as any person would, that this can't be happening. Is it education? Morals? Faith? Just the imprint of a lifetime of stories? Face to face with oblivion, which is where you are, and you still think that help is coming. The world you were born into is made to save you. Isn't that right? Of course it is. Everyone knows that. Until your last breath, you know it. Without the slightest chance or reason left to them, humans are capable of hope.
So, do you see me now? Tell me, what do you see? You have eyes?
What do your eyes see? Yes, that's right. You see a skull face. You see me. This skull is who I am. My mark, my proof of humanity. I have no country, no language, I have no face, but I haven't lost my skull. So I told myself, the pain and effort that keep me alive will never know relief, never bear fruit, never be repaid. I know that, but I told myself to focus on some hope, a non-existent hope, to guide me through this burning world. A hope. Call it
a dream. A melancholic delusion. As the pressures within me stretch me to bursting, and I force myself not to cry out, though the words I thought were carved into me are gone, and all I knew is dead. I know how you feel. I've felt that. So show me that I'm not the only one, that you too can return to this world for revenge. Do you see me?
Close your eyes.
Because the sky is blue, it makes me
Here it is.
0. It all started from 0. In chaos.
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy. We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible. All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths.
Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
The philosophers of today have no sense of good or evil. Their influence extends to countries and organizations involved in every aspect of every war. They have become war itself.
Woke up.
Viral density increasing rapidly. Contact. I need to tell you something.
What was she fighting for? What am I fighting for? What are you fighting for?
I need to tell you something. It's time. I am the extinction entity.
This is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a
顔と体とセットもあらゆる表情は